Good morning. Welcome to the final session of temperature measurement. In this session, we are discussing about pyrometers. The pyrometers are based on the phenomenon known as pyrometry. So this pyrometry is defined as the measurement of high temperature without physical contact between hot body and the measuring instrument. So this can be used without physical contact. That is a non-contacting measuring instrument is pyrometers. So this can be used at the high temperature applications because in temperature application physical contact is very difficult. That will damage the measuring instrument. So in cases such as furnaces, we are using pyrometers to measure the temperature. Furnaces are used in heat treatment and melting of metals, etc. The pyrometers are classified into two. So these are total radiation pyrometer and optical pyrometer. A device which measure the total intensity of radiation emitted from a body is called radiation pyrometer, and these radiation pyrometers are further classified into two, that is total radiation pyrometer and selective radiation pyrometer. In total radiation pyrometer, if the total heat emitted from the hot source is measured at all wavelengths, that is known as total radiation pyrometer. If we are restricted to some particular wavelength, that is known as selective radiation pyrometer. But in this session, we are discussing about total radiation pyrometers. The construction and working of total radiation pyrometer can be explained with this figure. So it consists of a blackened tube like this, and most probably it will have an objective lens on the front end and an eyepiece at the rear end. So using looking through this eyepiece, we can direct this blackened tube towards the object, that is a hot object. So the radiation is collected through this objective lens and it is directed towards a concave mirror. A set of concave mirrors are placed like this, and these concave mirrors are focusing this radiation to a detector disk, and this detector disk is connected to the hot junction of a thermocouple. So thermocouple is making use to measure the temperature inside this or temperature of the detector disk, and this thermocouple wiring will be given to a measuring and indicating devices, that is generally a voltmeter, and a cold junction is made inside this meter. So this voltmeter is calibrated to show the temperature directly, so we can measure the temperature inside the blackened tube. Since the temperature inside this blackened tube is proportional to the temperature of the radiation, so that is calibrated to show in this voltmeter and we will get the temperature directly. The advantages of total radiation pyrometers include its temperature range, that is it is from 700 degrees Celsius to 2000 degrees Celsius, comparatively higher temperature measurement, and the accuracy is plus or minus 2% of the scale, high speed of response, and it can be used for measuring the temperature of object either stationary or moving. So moving object, temperature of moving object can be measured. Then direct contact is not necessary, then independent of distance between the target and measuring instrument. And in disadvantages, the scale is non-linear because the radiative heat transfer is proportional to T raised to 4, temperature raised to 4. That is according to Stefan Boltzmann law in radiative heat transfer. So it is non-linear, so proper calibration is required. Then cooling is required to protect the instrument when overheating. Then presence of dust and dirt in the mirror or lens causes instrument read too low. So that has to be taken care. And in application, this application is where we can't use thermocouples directly. So because the temperature above practical operating range of thermocouples, we are using this kind of pyrometers. And when target is moving, there also we can use this kind of pyrometers. Next is the optical pyrometer. So in construction, it contains an objective lens like this and an eyepiece in the opposite end, and it will have a filament lamp, and this lamp is connected to a rheostat and a power source, and this current is measured using an ammeter. So while we are changing this resistance, the intensity of glow of this lamp is getting changed. And another one, we are using an absorption screen, and this absorption screen is used to absorb some radiation so that we can increase the range of this instrument. The optical pyrometer works on the principle that the matter glows above the 480 degrees Celsius and the color of visible radiation proportional to the temperature of the glowing matter. In working, the radiation is collected through this objective lens and it is directed to the eyepiece. So the glowing object is looking through this eyepiece, and in between we are having another glowing object, that is this filament lamp. So this is also glowing because of this power from this battery. So that power is adjusted through this resistance, and that power is measured using this ammeter. So we have got two glowing objects and while looking through this eyepiece. So while looking through the eyepiece, we can have an image like this. So it will have an image of filament which is superimposed on a brightness background, and that brightness is due to the radiation from the object. So these images can have three conditions. So first condition, the filament is dark compared to the surrounding its surroundings. So that is, the filament is cooler than the temperature source. Then next is filament is bright. Filament will glow compared to the surroundings. So that is, it is hotter than the temperature source. So it is having more brightness. Then the final condition here, it is the filament disappears. How it is disappearing? Because the filament and the surrounding has got the same brightness. So we can adjust the brightness of the filament by adjusting the rheostat, that is adjusting the current flow through the filament. So this is our condition. So we need to make all the conditions when we are measuring the temperature of a hot body. We have to make this condition, that is we have to make the filament disappears. How it is disappearing? We are increasing or decreasing the current flowing through the filament such that the filament has got the same amount of glow as the surroundings or the radiation of the hot body. So while this condition, after achieving this condition, we have to record the ammeter reading. So this ammeter is calibrated to show the temperature directly. So at this condition, we have to note this reading, and this reading is the temperature of that hot body. And in advantages of optical pyrometer, this can have a range up to 4000 degrees Celsius, higher in range. Then accuracy is in the range of plus or minus 5% of the scale. It has got high speed of response. Then it can measure the temperature of objects stationary or moving. Direct contact is not necessary. Then independent of the distance between the target and measuring instrument. The main disadvantages are the minimum temperature of measurement is 700 degrees Celsius. Below that, it is not possible to measure. So in high temperature application only we can use these kind of instruments. Then continuous values of temperature at small intervals is not possible because each time we needed to vary the brightness of the lamp. So it cannot be used for continuous valuation of or evaluation of temperatures. And the application of these kind of instruments are used for measure the temperature of liquid metals or highly heated materials, and it can also be used for measuring the temperature of furnaces. By this session, we are concluding the topic temperature measurements. Thank you for watching and stay safe.